let you turn it over to you, and then,
Okay,
anybody
I got
has
a
some
bunch of
questions for you,
pictures and
so.
documentation wanted to talk to you about. But first off, I'd like to know where are you getting the basis of the property being worth, I think, 226, and the house being worth 6, whatever that number was. I got to pull the paperwork out.
Yeah, that's fine. So as far as the methodology behind the valuations, the assessor sent us a PDF of kind of his worksheet and how he came up with the numbers. So if we can get your email from Crystal, Crystal can email you that booklet.
Okay.
It's an algorithm, so the reason our board's here is because, your change went up 60%.
Yeah.
And your improvements went from 286 to 593.2.
Yeah.
So that's probably why you're going, wow, what the heck happened?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, no, we'll look into that for you, so.
Okay.
But I'll turn it over to you, let you go ahead with your presentation. Oh, I'm sorry, Glenn, are we good to go? Okay, thank you.
Well, that was kind of the basis of it, was where was all the numbers coming from, of course, and the house does need quite a bit of work.
Okay.
It's 20 years old. It needs windows. Everything is kind of basic back at that year, so it just has fiberglass inserts for the showers. It does have a nice master shower, but the tile is dated. All that needs to be updated. And I've got pictures of all this if you'd like to see it.
Okay.
If you're including the dock in it, the dock is, of course, 20 to 30 years old as well. And all the top boards need to be replaced on that. The lift, if you're basing anything off of that, the main rails, beams for it are rusted. And I've had to repair them 2 years in a row now. And I'm thinking I'm going to probably have to replace the whole thing. I've had to replace a motor as well in it. So I've got pictures of all that as well.
Okay.
If you haven't seen any of that. And the waterfront on this property, the way it's 9.42 acres. And the way the water access is set up, as you can see how the property is set up there.
Yep.
Take your arrow to the right, my right. Yeah, go up a little bit. Yeah, go up a little bit more. Over to the left now, my left.
Right here?
Yeah, right there. So
Yep.
that's our waterfront there, and the house is basically right in the middle of that.
Right here?
So even if we were to split off any acreage off of that, there's really no water access for any type of, the house is
Waterfront
right there in the
lot.
middle of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even if, and that's kind of what I was wondering, why is the property value up so much? I can understand that little piece being worth, quite a bit, but as you're going up to where the 26.83 is at, the property marker, you're looking at probably less value for the property itself, in my opinion, because it's just farmland. There's no, direct water access.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks like the land value decreased from 2013. It was at 266.9, and then in 19 it dropped to 246.8, and then it dropped again in 222.4. So land value stayed, actually decreasing value, but the improvement, that's the one that went up.
Oh, yeah, there's that sheet there. 266, 246. Yeah, it did decrease some. So when it comes to the 592.3, is there a way to explain that?
Again, that's going to be in the manual that the assessor provided us, that Crystal can email you a copy of. It's about, 100-some pages long.
Well, what is she valuing it? Like, what type of items is she valuing in there? Or
So
are
when
valuing in there?
when they look at the structural or improvement value, they give a price per square foot, and your previous assessment price per square foot was $79.93 per square foot, which took your total of just the building itself to $217,089. And this new general assessment, instead of $80 a square foot, it went up to $173 a square foot. So your building value went from $217,000 to $470,000.
Okay, and what else is included in there?
Your pier, boat lift, steps to the pier, riprap, patio, carport, all those things Other improvement values came out to 46,939. And previously, they were 17,605.
Okay.
So what we have to do is look at breaking down each individual, because there's a rate for price per square foot on the pier. There's a rate for the linear feet on the riprap, price per square foot on the carport, and then there's depreciation levels. So those are things that we can adjust
Okay.
fairly easily, especially since the home is 20 years old. Let's go through it. 2716, is that accurate for square footage?
Yeah,
Okay. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths?
correct.
Okay. Let's see, 2-car garage,
Correct.
all right. Private well, private septic,
Yep.
heat pump,
Yes. That's original as well. So that's-
original heat pumps, that's 20 years old?
Yep.
Okay. How about the roof, original roof?
Original roof as well, yeah. We've actually just had it looked at because we've, with the storms coming through, I was figuring there was quite a bit of damage on there, and the insurance company's not covering anything on it, but I think the roof is getting to the point where it's going to have, so we're going to have to do something about it within the next few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for instance, on this tax card, it's got, boat lift. If it's a small lift, it's generally a $5,000 value assigned to a larger lift, maybe $10,000. And he's got 15% depreciation, but it sounds like if your lift is rusted and you've got, getting ready to have to replace things, we can bump depreciation in order to make things more in
Okay.
line with what they need to be. Do y'all have any more questions from the board? And we'll love to take a look at the pictures you got too.
Okay, great.
Anything you've got that'll,
What do you got, modular?
Yep.
We can either take a view on my computer, or I have it on a thumb drive setup, whichever is easier.
let's see, maybe your computer, you want to bring it up here, that'd be fine.
Get this thing set up. So what is it more that y'all interested
Yeah.
in seeing the shape of things I'm talking about?
Do you want to plug it, the HDMI port? Do you have an HDMI port on there?
Uh,
Or you can just turn it around, it's fine.
I think that's an HDMI. What HDMI do you? Can't tell. It's kind of odd. Okay.
No, I don't think it is. That's all right, you can just turn it around, it'll be fine.
Images and videos I took. And also, somebody built a mini house next to me,
Uh-huh,
and honestly, it's an eyesore. So
Okay.
Honestly, if that house was there when I went to purchase this one, I would walk away.
Gotcha.
I don't even like that being next to me. It's literally smaller than my garage. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, people want to do what they want to do.
right.
It is what it is, but I would have been nicer if you would put something more, appropriate to the neighborhood. Anyway, so this is one of the front windows. Part there at the bottom here.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little front window, same thing, and it's got some, you've seen this type of damage on the seals. The sun really just wreaks havoc on them. This is another front window. You can see there where it's from the front there. Garage doors. Some of the seals around it need to be replaced. Pictures of them there, some damage there. You guys able to see everything?
Oh,
Okay?
sure, yeah.
Back door, needs to be redone here, redone here. Splitting it there, the whole thing probably, just the frame's probably going to be replaced at this point. This is an inside window that leaks. You got a towel sitting right there to fix up the damage, and there's the damage there. So these are on the back side of the house, this window here. This is another front window that's got the same issue, that's on the back, back window. This is a video of going into the house, but you're not going to hear any sound here. So I'm going to, if you want to hear this one, I can. These are the two front windows I was pointing to, but let me start this from, and there's the dock.
Okay.
So this might be a good one for you to see, because you don't need to hear me talking. You can just see
Sure.
what we're dealing with here with the wood and everything. There's a couple of places there we replaced, but we just used the old wood, just trying to save what we can.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cheap these days doing anything.
No.
This front section up here, you can see is in pretty rough shape. And this next. Also got a potty lifted. You'll see that in just a second. Drop the camera here in a moment. So a couple of boards are replaced. The lighting on the pier is also shot. All that lighting is bad. We had to put solar lighting up. If you look right here, you'll see where that's kind of popped up a little bit. So that power right there has been lifted from the storm or something or other. And that, most of that wood across there is kind of bowed. It's kind of hard to see from this angle, but you might be able to catch it. I'll get down there anyway in a moment. Now, I did put some paint on it to cover some of it up and try to keep it not looking so bad, so it looks fairly decent at this point. But if you look in, I gotta show a better picture in a moment. Those bunks have had replaced, this board's been replaced. This was the motor I replaced. Oh, no, this was the next one down. See some rust over here. But these are rusted pretty badly. They don't look as bad as they do as I wish they did. But because I've covered them up, I've had to spray them and everything. It's looking so bad. But chunks of it's coming off. You can see some rust there. And in that pocket, you see that? So all these pockets have rusted out. And I've had to go in and actually free the pulleys up because it gets jammed as it's up in the air, but the pulley gets stuck on it. Look at this top decking where it's pretty bad out where it needs to be replaced. A really bad chunk up here. There's some extra film though. What's kind of happening with most of that top plate.
Okay.
All of need to go, really. Also, we're seeing a lot of these splittings on the pylon like this. We'll see more of those in a moment. I don't know if that's from storm damage or I don't know if that's from, I'm not familiar with docks, but it's kind of worrying me. You see some more of them going down the dock.
bees got in there.
Like
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like it's splitting though.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I've never seen that.
Termites? With termites?
Mm.
It's supposed to be,
It's supposed to be treated.
Yeah.
Pressure treated,
Yeah.
salt
Yeah.
treated,
Creosote
Yeah,
poles,
I don't think those are creosote, they're probably
Right.
pressure treated.
Okay,
Yeah.
even still,
I've never seen.
I don't know that I've ever seen them do that.
that's crazy.
How long is that?
Right.
Oh,
The dock going out of
Yeah.
the water, it's a 100 foot.
I thought it went to Maryland.
Longer than that.
Seemed like it.
It did. Oh my God.
Let me play the house video so you can see the stuff a bit. I showed you the pictures of those already.
You're right. You'll see the video. It's only about, I think, 12 minutes. Excuse the mess. This is the kitchen.
Three sliding glass doors. All have bad screens.
We're not leaking, luckily.
This is the master bedroom. Another sliding glass door with bad screen. This is the master bath. This is the window from out front. It has blown-out seals on the front. I'll have pictures later. This is the dated bathroom. Dated cabinetry. Dated sink top. Closet. Not very large. This is a half bath. Dated sink top. Dated cabinetry. This is the second bedroom. Sliding glass door with bad screen. Closet. Very large. Second full bath. This is the window that's got bad seals on the outside.
You can see it's just a private bathroom, so right there for the film and everything.
That's all on this level. Excuse me, that is what is on the first level. We're gonna go upstairs now. Carpets are staying back, be replaced.
Whoever owned it before me, I don't know what they did, but they left windows open upstairs. So the water came in and it stained the bath, the carpet's pretty bad.
Full bath, the house was.
He hit it all before I bought it, he cleaned it.
Full bath and one half
And after
bath.
he got in there, it
Zillow says full bathrooms. Entertainment area. This is a storage area. Have windows, blown out seals, needs to be replaced. This window leaks. Blown out seals as well. This is the third and final bedroom. Zillow says it has 4 bedrooms, it only has 3. Closet. Access to the attic. This is the large window that I said has blown out seals. See what else is out there? Some leaks. Some staining down the wall there.
was, we'll see a better picture of it. Underneath the fan.
There's also another blown out seal of this window right there. Down here, like, see staining on the wall there. Go back downstairs. Actually, I forgot some stuff up here. The carpet's up here, more staining. All these carpets are bad, need to be replaced. Back downstairs. Hardwood floors have been leaked on. They
think it's Sunday, there's some door stuff on there. Yeah, this TV set up there.
One of this round's not in too bad shape. Probably got this one, about the whole house, second bedroom. There's no second bedroom, yeah, it's a floor here. Sorry for the mess everywhere. Stuff. I'll show you some more master bedroom flooring issues. Right back, moving it out of the slider here. Let's see. Negotiation.
Did the guy go inside?
What's that?
Did the guy go inside? No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so. No.
This side,
Mm. It looked like a snake.
It's a charge cord.
Just get the bag.
Get away from that.
house is the 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. Not 4-bedroom, 4 bath.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
three,
3.5?
because I asked you before, 3 bedrooms, 2.5, you said yes, so it's,
No, I thought you said 3-bedroom, it's 3-bedroom, 3.5.
okay. Well, I think we're good on the pictures and video.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody,
Video help?
yes, yeah. Anybody on the board have any more questions for Mr. Stroud?
No, sir.
All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate you coming in today, and what we do is at the end of each day, we make our deliberations and decisions, and then we'll notify you in writing in about 2 to 3 weeks' time of our decision, so.
David, I got a question for you. See the land use values?
On this one?
Yeah. I'm not grasping, like, why is it 201,800? Where does that,
Not bad.
where is that reflected elsewhere? Because,
Thank you, buddy. Yep, have a good one.
I know where this
Ms.
is.
Kane, how you doing? Good. You can come up to the podium here and let me pull up your parcel here on the board real quick. Let's see, 28-3. Okay, off Irvington Road. All right, well, welcome.
Okay.
I will turn things over to you, and then when you're finished, we might have some questions for you, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I am Julia Kane. I'm POA for my brother Robert Hill, who's in the nursing home, who has been in the nursing home for 14 years. So nobody has lived in this house since then. So the house has fallen down. Last year was valued at 13,000. This year it's valued at 58,000.
Okay.
So nothing's changed since the last assessment, except it's 5 years later, and
Right.
the house hadn't gotten any better.
No,
It's been, not lived there for 14 years.
and I wouldn't dare go inside and get pictures for you.
Well, that speaks a lot then.
And I know it's commercial property, and I know that land is valuable, but the house is not have no value.
Right.
And his property is Medicaid associated, so we have to do that, sell it at assessed value.
Ah, okay.
So we can't.
So the land value, you all really aren't
I'm not
concerned
pushing-
with. It's just why that jumped from 13,558.3, when arguably it's gotten deteriorated in value more than improved.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Pretty easy, I think.
Yep.
Board have any questions?
No
No.
need.
Okay.
No.
Thank you. I think
Pretty
this is gonna be an easy one for us. And Ms. Kane, the 4465 Holly Avenue,
That's my sister's address.
Oh,
all right, that's what we have. Is that the one we supposed to send the notice to for our decision today?
You can send it to her, she'll forward it to me.
Okay.
okay.
All right, because what we'll do is, this will be one of the easiest ones we probably have. But we'll make our decision and then send a letter in the mail to that address with the decision. So probably 2 to 3 weeks' time. Just tell your sister to be on the lookout for it. All right, thank you.
See you, Julia. Go back to work.
You want to do this one real
Let's do
quick?
this one right
You want to
now.
knock it out right now? Yeah.
All right.
It's crazy. Why would they
It's-
reduce the
it's nuts.
depreciation?
Why can't we just go back and say the improvement value is going to be 13.5
Yeah,
and leave it at that?
that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Crystal. 28.3 for Robert Hill. We're gonna change the improvement value back to 13.5. Keep the land value where it is, but the improvement value was 58.3 on this new one. We're just gonna change to 13,500.
Sweet.
No sense.
No. It's crazy.
But you know what? This one probably didn't even,
And they put a note in there, looks,
looks deserted, so I guess they
Deserted.
did go by it.
but yet they lowered the depreciation.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
All right, well, that was,
Good old algorithms.
yeah. All right, that one's finished up.
Do you want to do the email ones while we're waiting, or you want to go back
Which one,
to-
which one?
You want to start on the email request, or you want to go up to
Do you want to do the
Stroud?
last one?
Or Stroud?
Yeah,
Let's do Stroud.
yeah, it's fine with me.
I apologize for the length of the video. But there's never a point to,
To break.
yes.
Yeah,
He
no.
he kept going upstairs and had to go
For-
back downstairs.
I was getting dizzy. Were you?
For
I want to
20-year-old
say something, I was
house,
waiting on you.
don't windows typically last longer than that?
Well, it's a modular
Must have been
house,
some
so
shoddy,
I don't know what,
Oh, it's a modular.
yeah, I don't know what,
probably not,
manufacturer they were.
yeah, probably not top quality.
Did you ever go in it? Whenever, okay,
I went in it when the previous owner had it at Owens.
okay.
So he didn't do anything since then.
Well, but the fact that it was a modular, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. The part about the floors and dog scratching it,
And clean up.
really,
Man,
really, we
Mine
can't.
are, that's
No.
how mine
Owner,
are.
yeah. And window screens, that's kind of a
Yeah,
maintenance piece, but, we gotta correct the number of bathrooms to 3,
Yep,
which is gonna make the number go up.
yeah.
How about as far as the pier and stuff? Do we need to increase depreciation on that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep,
So they've got 10% depreciation. Pier and L head, boat lift, we can take all those up. What do you want to go to?
What you wanna do with it?
Hmm,
I thought he was going
I
on,
mean,
east from Kilmore
50?
to Whitestone.
do you think 50 is fair?
50?
okay,
On all of them?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Riprap, we can't really give you a depreciation, that doesn't change.
No.
He wants you to move that house next door.
Yeah, can't change that either.
You wanna change-
Factor,
Yeah, you want to
back
change
to
that?
110,
Yeah,
and we can up the depreciation a little bit, I think, since it's only 8
Probably.
here.
So you're doing 110 for factor?
Mm-hmm. Depreciation, we'll take up to
Physical or functional?
physical, yep.
What do
Maybe
you do?
16?
Double or nothing, huh?
yeah,
I was gonna say 15 to 20.
yeah.
Let's do 20.
20? Okay,
For physical?
Makes sense, yep.
okay.
And you went to 110. right?
Yep. All right, Crystal, on 2683, Mr. Stroud, we've got to correct the number of bathrooms, full bathrooms from 2 to 3. The factor from 116 to 110. Physical depreciation from 8 to 20. And on the other improvements, the pier L head, the pier, small boat lift, bless you,
Bless you.
Thank you, thank you.
and steps to the pier, we're giving all those a 50 depreciation.
The only other thing I was just curious about was that land
Land,
use
yeah, what-
value, because I'm guesstimating, I know you have to have 5 acres to be in land use, and I'm like looking at the property. He's probably got 5 acres worth of it in tillable land. And obviously it's triggered it because it's listed, but why is the land use value 201,800 and then you go to 222,400? Where's the discrepancy? Am I missing something? Or how is that supposed to be shown? Does that make any sense at all?
Where's the land use one?
Over here on the right, it shows the,
Oh, I got it, okay. $2,018.
I just don't see that figure again anywhere else.
No, that's a good question.
Is that a Beth question?
I think it's a Beth question. Let me go see.
Huh. That is interesting. 189. 220.
Question.
Very good question.
Land use is huge for us. Gives you a break
Oh,
on
okay.
the taxes, 'cause
So they jumped from 241. It didn't jump. It reduced, yeah.
well, but see, you got your land use value, what they do is give you.
Before we
a break for
finalize that
having
one,
it in farm.
We'll ask Beth one more
Okay.
question.
So.
So we'll just kinda set this one aside for the land use question.
That is a
But
good
then up
question.
here, the land
Yeah.
is 222.
That's crazy.
It doesn't show this value anywhere else.
Oh, okay,
That's why we were just wondering.
okay.
So for land use, that's gotta be 5 acres, right?
It's got a minimum of 5 acres.
Huh.
Tillable. So,
That's
and now
weird,
you
yeah.
gotta be able to prove that you're working 5 acres.
Yeah,
Cause I got one behind my house that's 4.5.
really.
Unless I clear some trees and make it, I can't get it, but,
All right, we'll save that question for Beth when she gets
all
back.
right. Well, I'm sorry to hold it up.
No, that's
And
fine,
really-
because everything else we've decided on, but that's a good question.
Yeah,
We
that's
just don't know.
very-
You would know, you're the farmer.
That's right.
Thank God for you.
Do you wanna, see what the 1015 does? Or we don't have a 1015? Sweet.
Okay, so we completed 2.
Mono is a lot of parcels.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's work backwards. Let's start at Van Landingham.
Okay.
Because Robbie's not coming in. That's all emailed. And RJ, you know that one. We know that one. Let's start with that one first. Norma Van Landingham. That's the very last one on the sheet today.
Oh, okay.
25-66A. You look here, RJ, it's weird that that tax map parcel's got 2 different, no, that's the same 911 address, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's,
10350, why would it have?
well, like down here, for your other improvements, it's got a separate dwelling listed at $74,400.
2 houses listed, not accurate, only 1 reside, okay.
This,
Four.
that other guy, Robert Spears, he was the band.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Was he the executive of the estate?
Yeah, I think so.
She passed away and he's the executor.
Oh, okay.
All right, so,
2000, this is, I'll say, not accurate.
run over derelict.
Not accurate.
Let this one go. Let this one go.
Let's see,
See
I
that?
guess, the way I'm reading this tax card,
Wow.
did they,
That's crazy.
so did he consider the original old house that's been torn down because there is a $0 or $1 value? And the 74.4 is actually what he put on the house she was staying in?
768.
Grown over and derelict. Norma
like he didn't-
lives at other home and let this one go.
But he didn't put any depreciation on the one he says to,
Oh, I see. He gave it a dollar value.
Yeah.
Oh,
On
okay.
the, which is probably appropriate.
So,
But I guess what do we value her house at?
Well,
She
they-
would be the number 2 dwelling in other improvements?
at 89,423? No way.
No.
But I guess that this one for a dollar, that should not be. There's no house there.
I mean, it's remnants. It's not, like the roof caved in, again, probably 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's growed up, like if you didn't know there's something there, you wouldn't know there's anything there.
Huh,
It's absolutely unusable.
right.
In her house, same thing.
I mean, it's a
So
little
we-
bit more
we-
subjective, but yeah, I
We
would,
need to give that just a fair market value, of what we think it is, and not even worry about the
I think so.
depreciation or anything, because you can see through the floors,
The
the
floor.
dirt.
Yeah, and it's, there's heavy mold.
Yeah. No,
A lot of other things that are undesirable.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
let's just give this one a fair market value. So the land stayed the same at 9.
Well, and for a home site on the side of 354, is that appropriate?
9,000?
I mean, at least that. I wouldn't go any lower than that. but
Yeah.
Do you think that's appropriate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
enough For,
No, I think we gotta take that, just assign a fair market value to the,
so the home site is fine at 9.
yep. And
I don't know. I feel bad saying anything about it now. I would rather rely on you all's opinion as far as a value for.
it's a tear down, I mean, there's no
Yeah.
rehabilitating.
So what
it.
do you put
So
on that? Do you put 5 on it, 10
It's,
on it?
it's gonna
50?
cost you probably 10, 15, just to get somebody there to
Haul it.
bulldoze and haul it off.
Yeah, easy.
So do you make it 10?
I don't know that it's
And then
10.
you got a
I would say
$19,000.
five.
I'd say 5, maybe, I mean, it's more of a liability than a asset
Yeah,
in the condition, I'd say.
Yeah, because again, she didn't have water, so I don't know if that's a well pump issue. I just don't
Don't
know.
know about sewer either, or septic either. I mean, that's,
wow.
I wouldn't rely on it.
no.
Do you want to do 5 or you want to do
I mean, I think
fair and
at a
D?
minimum, if it's there, like if the well's there and functional, you're at least $5,000, right?
Yeah, maybe,
But if you don't know it's there,
right.
Well, it's there, we just don't know if it's
Pump,
functional.
pump could be shot,
But-
septic could be shot,
But it's
just don't
still,
know.
the
Right.
structure's there.
what's
I
the
mean, you could
lowest you
replace
can
a
go?
pump.
But it's not worth anything, though.
Yeah, what's the
So
lowest?
call-
We can
It's
put
an
any number we want on
Any
it.
number we want to.
When was this place?
1948,
Yeah, it's,
Oh, my.
76, so.
Probably has no
What's it,
curves in it.
$1,000?
Yeah.
How
let's
about
do that.
$1,000?
Yep,
Just a fair market value, $1,000 on the dwelling.
yep,
And we'll keep the land at 9
9,000?
yep.
for the lot, yeah.
well, and that's very, I mean, you can get,
3/4 acre
yeah,
lot.
I don't see why that's not fair at all.
You okay with that,
It's
Ms.
just that,
Davis?
that structure, man. That's the
Yeah.
only thing.
You okay with that, RJ? 1,000 on the structure?
Yes, sir. That's what y'all think?
Yep,
All right, Crystal. 2566A. We're going to give a fair market value on the, this would be the other improvements, from 74.4 to $1,000.
I just feel bad that she paid that much tax on all that for all that time.
I know. That's it, yeah. Well, at least now it's more accurate, more in line with where it should have been.
Yeah, it just, for her sake,
Yeah.
but I don't guess she's worried about it.
She
No,
was-
Man,
She was a Dotson before?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Dotson.
Roger Dodson before,
Oh, yeah,
or Lily
she was a
Dodson,
From Lancaster?
Norma
I
Dodson.
don't
Bel
know
Air,
if
yeah.
she was part of those Dotsons
okay.
or not. I'm not sure.
Well, Robbie will be pleased too that it's been,
Yeah, it's just the fact
Corrected.
that it's corrected.
all right. Bill Ellman,
Used to be a Van Lanningham.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it, yep, he's requesting that his land go from 4,000 to 3,500, like similar lots in Carrington by the Bay. All right, let's see here, 20D 486. 20D,
There was a glitch in the software.
glitch in software, yeah.
So that's all this is a raw lot?
20D 486. All right, so let's look at the other ones.
There's a 4.
Huh.
So next door is 3,500, 2 down is 4,000. 4,000. That's waterfront. Behind him, 3,500. 3,500. 4,000.
Wow.
3,500.
Well, would that,
3,500.
So would you make them all the same?
That's a bigger lot.
Yeah.
well, and like 490, it's got two, I guess technically that's 2 road front and sides. Does that
It is.
matter?
Yep, and that's
Yeah.
probably why this one's 4,000 also. But you would think
It's not much
all
rhyme or
these
reason to
interior
it.
ones right here should all be the same.
Yeah.
Right.
All right,
You don't want these long here, okay. Yeah. Some of them look long.
so,
Yeah, it's large across the road.
so we need to change 20D to 488 to 3,500.
Yep.
That's already right. The subject one, 20D to 486 to 3,500. .491's already there, 492's there, 493's there, 494. These lots are combined,
They're-
that's why it's higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just those two changes.
Yeah.
You all
Yeah.
good with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, Crystal. On Mr. Elman, 20D 2486, changing his land value from 4,000 to 3,500. We're going to do the same thing for tax map 20D. They didn't come in, but we're going to change them to 20D 2488 from 4,000 to 3,500. Do you want their information, Crystal? Tuma, T-U-M-A. Gary, G-A-R-Y-L, and Joy M. Tuma, T-U-M-A. Okay. Philip Matthews, Bellows Landing. 35 H17.
Where is Bellows Landing?
Akron Road,
Okay.
just past Fish House. That's
Okay.
Popper Neck. And going down to where it splits off, you got Bald Eagle. Remember we had some people come in at the very end of that road?
Uh-huh.
Very low down there?
Yeah.
This is right when it splits off, you go to the left, it's on Diamond Creek, where
Before you get
Peck
to,
Humphrey's place used to be over there.
okay. All right.
Can you bring this up on, good Lord, what is going on?
Thank you.
Holy moly.
fire.
Will you bring this up on Bamanette? I just want to see what the house looks like. I think I went to this one.
Matthews. $78.
No picture.
No picture.
Dang it. So it got a detached garage, yeah.
Stein's house, all right.
I think I have been to this one.
Hold on, 78, this should be on MLS then.
Gosh, what is happening? Whole town's burning down.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. I have gone to that one. That's a pretty house.
Fabulous.
So here's the mouth of Diamond Creek RJ right there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a nice house.
Ah,
Okey dokey.
All right, let's see. Our home is one of 3 homes listed. So land increased 4.6%, improvements increased 65%.
So is he saying it looks like it's the land that he's?
I think he's more concerned about the improvements. 40% increase in improvements, the land only went up 5%.
It does look like it.
additional sales.
Alright, so, 2019. I certainly feel we could get that for that now. There's no doubt about it. It's assessed at.
I think all these lots are gonna be, yeah, all the lots are a little bit different because they're,
It's inside.
yeah. So I don't, you can't argue the land.
No, no.
Land is, if you were to try something like a 525, be gone.
Yeah.
So let's look at the improvements. It's a beautiful house. I mean,
Yeah, it is very pretty, very, very pretty.
Fabulous.
Interior,
Oh,
Yep. Nice kitchen.
beautiful.
mansion. Mm.
Little pool house.
Mm-hmm. 170.
That's the
don't-
pool house.
That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
neat.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
that ceiling.
ain't cool?
I like that.
All pine.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
mean, you
it's-
just
it's
had.
beautiful in
It
here.
is. You just had Mr., the one that sold almost directly across from it, down this way that,
Rusty Meadows.
Yeah.
1-8.
yep, I think so.
Yeah. And, let's see, this is Holzback, beside that was, Newsom, that sold for 2.2.
Any change?
Hmm?
I don't see any change.
I don't either.
I mean,
I think if you went to put that on the market, that it'd be gone
all day long,
today.
yeah.
For appraised or assessed value?
Mhm.
You know, what do we do? I mean, we don't have to do anything, right?
I mean, I'm certain that the factors in the rest of the neighborhood are at least, I'm sure they're all 170, I would imagine.
Probably. You say something, Glenn? Oh, okay.
I think I hit my,
Oh,
sorry.
well,
I'm good.
Dan, I think we're all good with keeping the value where it is on this one?
Indeed.
RJ?
Honestly, I'm going with you guys. I
Okay.
have no idea.
Crystal 35H17, no change.
But that,
It's on
I mean, I
fire.
certainly,
I'm ready to
by the
move it.
pictures you just showed us, I could see.
Yeah,
see
you would
that,
love it.
yeah.
They ain't hurting. And then they moved it on my-
You know, and that's, I look at our new assessment. Do I like it
I know,
for tax purposes? No. Could I sell it for that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it fair?
So,
Yeah, so it's
I
fair.
can't argue it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, Robert Donovan. Didn't he just buy this?
It looks like that, yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Sorry,
She didn't want to be heard.
I'm sorry. The book crawler hit it. It did, I didn't do it.
All right, let's see, Mr. Donovan. I believe Mr. Assessor considered the transaction sales price. Okay, so this one is also not really arguing land value as much as it is improvement increase. So they paid $1.1 million for this property here. Shannon, did you see this one?
No, I never got to go in that one.
Okay.
Where is this? Whitestone somewhere?
Annapoison Creek.
Okay.
Yep, you go up Annapoison, just past Pryor, Virginia. The next point is this one right here.
Okay.
You know where, Ty's in-laws are? Ken and Susie
Yeah,
Sparks?
yeah.
They're right across the creek from this,
Okay.
literally.
All right.
It's right there. Nice big boathouse. Jim Wagner lives right here, who owns Raging Point Marina. Ken and Susie Sparks, RJ, are like right here,
Okay.
right across the creek.
All right.
I know this house has been on the market for a while. It's been rented, leased for a while. Let me pull it up on the tax card here so I can see the 158G. So here's Annapoison Creek, and this parcel, you kind of got, it's a nice, really nice piece of property right there. So land didn't go up much. And 425, that parcel's probably pretty realistic. Our improvements factor stayed the same at 145. Depreciation went up 6%. House is 68 years old. So look at the correlation between sales price February 1st of '22 at 1.1 million and the new assessment 1.15 million.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty accurate.
I'd say.
That's tough, yeah.
I mean, no- you know, if there was a assessed value of 20-30% higher than that, but coming right in at what he just paid for it,
Right.
I can't argue it's not fair market value for it.
I know.
What's the other parcel here? 158X.
X is right here beside it.
That's him as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
so literally, it's this whole point
He's got
line
all
here.
of it. Daggone.
And the boathouse is right off over here. The house down?
Huh.
Well, if he did, he'd bring that back to Crystal and have the house taken off there.
Yeah.
I don't see that's warranted any change. You all?
I don't.
No? RJ?
No, I mean, I'm with you.
All right. Crystal, for those, Mr. Donovan, 35, 158G, and 35, 158X, no change. That's probably one of the few that have actually been assessed right at
Yeah.
recent sales price.
Yep.
All right. Brenda Ball. 23A, 31, 1A. Magnolia. Is this right before you get into Kilmarnock?
I can't picture out where.
Yeah, there's Baywalk right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh.
And there's a little barber shop right here, I
Oh,
think.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
And this is
darn.
the 4-lane
Okay, yep,
down here.
yep.
Everybody know where we are? Randy Mowbray's place is over here in
Yeah.
Roxy's.
Yeah.
All right. Brenda Ball. Non-drastic tax increase. Change property. All right, so land value on this one went down, but improvements jumped at 73%. Good gosh. Factor went up 3, physical only went up 2. 44-year-old home. But the price per square foot, look at that, it went from 68 to 137.
Ooh, wow,
That's $200,000 increase just right there in the price
Yeah.
per square foot.
yep. 100. Definitely bring our factor back down, for sure. Not lower it. Oh, wait a minute, yeah.
It's funny that the home site decreased.
It did.
We haven't seen that very often.
Mm-mm.
Everything else appeared to stay the same.
That's a pretty good-sized house.
You think something right there, 370?
Seemed a bit high,
A little
yeah.
steep, yeah. Let's see, if we did factor of 425, 096.
But you'd drop about 55,000 if we take the factor down to 90, but I don't know if that's too low.
I mean, for, the house is 44 years old.
Yeah.
It would take it down to what, RJ?
Well, it would drop it by about
50?
55, roughly.
Um,
I can do better math. No, sorry. Not quite, about 42 or 43, not 50.
Four two five, 96 times. %, and then 382,587.
It would be like if I did this right, 326, 266.
I did a factor of 90 and physical 25, and total value went to 307, 137. And still, to me, it sounds like that's still a high number for
1980s.
1980 home on that road.
Well, you can probably go higher than 25% on your
Yeah.
depreciation too.
I mean, the old value of 213. Three bedroom, two bath, oil, forced air heat, 44-year-old home. Want to see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Good idea. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Let's see, what is the physical address? 40 Magnolia.
Let's take it August 2011.
What do you think, Jan? I don't see that being a $300,000 value.
No. Especially when she says she hasn't done anything in 1980s house.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all were proposing what, 90 for the factor, right?
I ran it at 90 factor and 25 depreciation, and it came to 307.
What if we did 30% depreciation?
All right, 382, 587 times 30%.
What is the land value on 150?
14776. 382, 587. All right, 267 plus 5197 plus. It'd be 288.
It's definitely a lot better.
Yeah, that's,
How about, I'm gonna do 85 factor and 30%
30?
depreciation.
Okay,
Okay.
Is that all right?
all right.
That
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
more in line, I think.
Yes,
Where it
yeah.
needs to be.
all right.
yep.
All right, Crystal, 23A, 31-1A for Ms. Ball. We're gonna change the factor from 103 to 85. And physical depreciation from 20 to 30. Poor Neil, I knew he was missing out on his instructions.
Yeah, just about you begin to end, then he comes up with,
We might actually get out of here before 5 o'clock.
Oh, we are.
yeah,
We are today.
today.
Huh?
Think there's any correlation there?
Hello. Ms. England? How are you? Well, good. Good, good. Well, I'm gonna bring up your property real quick on the screen here.
It hasn't changed. Nothing has changed with this place since I lived here.
3566. Okay, right off Ockland Road.
This is all very serious.
What's that?
This is all very serious.
No, ma'am. No, don't let you, it's deceiving.
You're scary.
No, ma'am. No, this is very casual, so.
Oh, okay.
We've got your tax card here in front of us. We've got your property pulled up on the screen there and then in front of us. And what I'm gonna do is turn it over to you and let you tell us what you think is not right.
Wrong?
Right,
Okay.
correct. And then we'll have questions, I'm sure, for you, and we can talk it out.
All right, there's not much to say. It's just that I have not changed anything on my property since I've lived there for the past 15 years.
Okay.
I mean, by what you have made my property worth, I should have added at least 2 rooms onto that house. It's not a very big house, it's just a little bitty.
1440 square foot, that sound accurate?
I think, boy, that sounds big.
1,440?
Is it really?
That's what the county has on it. We want to make sure that's correct. And then
I have no idea.
two bedrooms, 1 full bath?
Yeah.
No half baths?
I have a half bath that's more of a closet in the back. It's off the laundry room.
Does it have a sink and a toilet in there?
It has a sink and a toilet in
Okay,
there.
so we can correct that.
So they got one half.
So heating, oil
Oil.
for heat, baseboard, okay.
Yeah, you can pay for that if you like.
And then central AC?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see, no garage. No,
I have a
two-car
garage.
detached garage.
Well, actually, it's sort of a storage shed, yeah. My car is outside.
Wouldn't park in the garage?
No, I can, it's just that my house is too small for me to put a lot of stuff in, so.
Gotcha. Storage, got it.
You like storage?
Storage is good. All right, so your land value didn't change before, but your improvement value jumped up 66%.
That's just, yeah, I mean, yeah,
That seems to be
a little
the
high.
common denominator with these new general reassessments, is most of the people, land values have stayed pretty much the same, but the improvement value has jumped up.
I haven't improved. My house is just as it was when I bought it.
Right, right.
Exactly.
And so your house was built in 93, so 31 years old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I'm older than that.
we're seeing right many cases being brought before us about everyone
Like,
being in the
oops.
same boat going.
Is it an oops?
I don't think it's
Say
so,
oops.
I don't think it's so much of an oops. I think the assessor was trying to bring the values more in line with the current market, because we reassess every 5 years. So the last general reassessment in 2019 was based on sales from 2017 and 18. So things have improved, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
that
it's down the street.
I don't know that things have improved 66.
It's down the street.
66%.
I don't live down that street. At the end, they have lots of really overly large houses.
Bellows,
Huh?
Bellows Landing.
I haven't been down there. I don't go down there. I just don't know anybody down there. So I don't go down there, and I don't care what's down there, and I don't care. But my little area of the valley there is really not changed,
Sure.
except for the tornado.
Yeah.
That sort of did a little.
Did you have damage from that?
Not a lot, but the 3 houses across the street were just demolished.
Yeah.
I was really lucky.
We live on the other side of Dahmer, and we lost 65 trees, lost a
Oh,
boat.
yours the problem. They're in my yard.
No, all my trees stayed on the other side of the creek.
Oh, shoot.
No.
Then I thought somebody's trees and things ended up in my yard, and my insurance company doesn't pay for that, so I paid more than my, yeah.
That was not a fun storm, no.
No, that was crazy.
Okay, so what are we going to do about this?
Well, what we're gonna do is, at the end of the day, we deliberate on each case by case. So we're gonna dive into your case and look at everything. Look at the numbers, consider the year built, consider you haven't done any upgrades or anything.
No,
and
but
then-
considering this, I should.
Right.
This would pay
Right.
for another room in my house, which would be really nice.
Sure. And then what we do is, we will notify you in the mail in about 2 to 3 weeks' time of our decision.
And then do I get to come back here?
No, ma'am. I'll tell you, unless you're unhappy with our decision, then the next appeal would be to the circuit court judge.
Is he nice? She, it, them,
I don't know that I've ever been before the circuit court judge, and I hope
Neither
I never
me.
do. I don't want to be in that position.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So
But I can tell you that most of the cases that have been brought before us, we've made some adjustments on because we have found that some numbers
I'm
were
old.
skewed and,
I only have a certain amount of money, and it's up here and it drops out.
right.
Oh, you too? You're going to get it. You're going to love it.
Do y'all have any more questions?
Any questions of me?
I think we're good, Ms.
you
England.
good?
And again,
Thanks,
we'll,
Ella.
Eglin, I'm sorry. And then the 2229 Akron Road, that is your mailing address?
It's certain, for the last 15
Okay,
years.
so that's where we'll mail the notice to you.
Oh, you guys are great. So mail a really good notice to me, please.
Well-
This, when I fell off my tractor when I opened it up, and I was mowing, and I went, and then I made an appointment, and everything got messed up, and they told me to come this year.
Well, hopefully the new notice you get, you can get
Keep
back
me
on your
on my
tractor and you
tractor.
won't fall off. That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
in. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Your turn. I think.
Mr. Capel? Yes, sir. How you doing? You can come up to the podium here and,
Expecting this.
That's all right.
So bear with me.
take your time. I'm gonna pull your property up here on the screen so everybody can see what we're looking at.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Absolutely. And we've got copies of your county assessment cards here in front of us too, so.
Okay.
Three pages.
Just top three?
Yep.
So they weren't in the book. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this one wasn't in the book.
Yeah, I couldn't find it, so.
Gotcha. This one wasn't in the book.
Okay, because I was looking, right?
3575A. Okay. All right, sir, I'm gonna turn things over to you.
Thank you. My permanent home is in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is a second home. And there was a mix-up on the mailing address, and so I actually didn't find out about, and if that was my fault, I'm sorry, but didn't find out about this just through a neighbor a couple of days ago. And so otherwise, I would have maybe tried to prepare some materials and taken some pictures and that kind of thing. But I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and Crystal was particularly helpful in making me aware of everything. Really, all I was hoping to do is just give you a little more color on my property in case it would make any difference to you.
Absolutely, sure.
And mainly, I would call it just factual stuff. I don't have an evaluation or anything else. So we're taking things in pieces, the land, the house, and then what I would call the waterfront area. The house was built in around 1920. Like I said, it's a second home. We really don't get up here as much as we'd like to, and we've been in the house 20 years and really have never done much to it. It is a very cheap construction. It's built about a foot off the ground. There's really no crawl space. It stays damp under the house, very poorly insulated. You know, I'm telling a sad story, but it's really, the HVAC doesn't work very well. It's really a place that we get away for, a few times a year and really have just never much to do, and it's a very modest structure. The second thing I would say is about the land itself. It's, a nice, flat, rectangular lot, but we've had, I guess you call it groundwater issues. We had to put in a new septic system last year because, I guess, rain and groundwater and so forth killed the old septic system, and we frequently have, a lot of times of the year, standing water in the yard. The last thing is the waterfront, and that was the thing that was particularly seemed unusual to me, for lack of better words. So the pier is valued at something, I want to say it was like $12,000 maybe.
Yes, sir.
We've had the house, as I said, 10 years. The pier was there when we got there, so it's, 20 years. The prior owner told us that it had been there about 10 years, so it's a 30-year-old pier. And recently I looked into getting a new boat lift and was told I really should consider putting in a new dock in terms of, structurally. So to me, it's almost worthless. Then on the boat lift, again, I forget what it's valued at, but I was
6,000?
thinking about replacing it because the motor is not working and so forth, and so not working, but is sort of
Hit or
worn out.
miss.
Yeah. So I would mention that, and then the last thing is the quote platform. I'm really not sure what that is. The dock, because to get to some decently deep water, it sort of goes like this and like that. So if they're calling that a platform, it's really just enabled to get.
Continuation of your dock?
Yeah, continuation of the dock to get to deep water, which is not really that deep, 4 feet. So I think that's it. Again, I just really wanted to try to, if it's helpful, give you what I feel is some factual information that's, not really, does not appear, just on its face. Happy to answer any questions.
Let's go through some.
I'm sorry, may I interrupt?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I forgot one thing, the riprap. So the riprap is $8,300. We put that riprap in, and this is the receipt for that. And when we put it in, it was only $6,000. So I was, to me, riprap doesn't appreciate. So anyway, I wanted to make that point.
Okay.
That we have a receipt for $6,000 when that's valued at $8,300.
Shared well?
Oh, thank you you're like doing my job.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting situation. The well that we use serves 3 houses, and we're the third, furthest away, and there is no right that we have to even use the well. We've just got good neighbors. So I have a fear that if, that neighbor ever moved
Cut you off.
on, we wouldn't have water access, so we'd have to dig a well. So that's another downside to the property, if you will. I mean, it's working out fine now, but you never know.
All right. Square footage, 1,578, does that sound about right?
Yes,
All right, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths?
yes, all of which are tiny.
Okay. Forced air?
Yes.
Okay, and then central AC?
Oh,
One-
The upstairs is frequently warm.
Okay.
Even with the AC wide open.
Shared well, you got a septic, no garage?
No,
1 fireplace,
yes,
a deck, screen porch?
yes.
Okay,
Deck needs to be replaced, but the screen porch is in good shape.
okay. Deck
Again,
needs-
tiny, about twice the size of this table.
All right, let's see.
We're gonna share. Share.
So old block foundation, He says
Yes, and
no,
just
really
like-
no crawl space, just
like-
probably
like-
one or two core sides, that,
Yep,
Yeah.
aluminum siding?
yes.
Okay.
Looks to be ancient. Don't get me wrong, I love this area. I just absolutely love it. I'm poor mouth in my house, I guess.
Well, a jump from 159.2 to 246, that would give you pause to go,
That's
what's
why-
going on there?
It got my attention. That's why I'm here.
Anybody on the board have any questions? I think for us, Mr. Capel, what we do is, at the end of the day, go through every case by case and really dive into the numbers. There are certain things like your previous assessment, the building itself was valued at 104 a square foot. This one's 198 a square foot, so that's a really big increase. Your depreciation went from 35 to 40. So these are things that we need to dive into and go, well, the home's 104 years old. Is 40% depreciation, is that fair, or should it be adjusted? Same thing with the price per square foot. So we're going to dive into this thing, and is your correct address 318 Perry Street, Raleigh?
Yes.
Okay. So what we'll do is, after today, send you a mailer in about 2 or 3 weeks' time of our decision. But I can tell you that of the cases that have come before this board, probably 95% have all been asking for relief on the improvement value. The land didn't really change that much, but it's been that improvement value we've seen some significant increases, so. We will dive into it this afternoon.
Thank you.
And appreciate, and, I'm sorry you didn't get the mail the first time, but at least you had an opportunity to come and,
Yeah, that was interesting. The property tax bill is coming to the right address, but the notice didn't, so that was, I don't know.
USPS.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, thank you for coming in today, sir, and we'll let you know in, like I said, 2 or 3 weeks' time, but
Thank you.
we'll probably have our decision knocked out here this afternoon for it, so.
Really appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Trip back to the Carolinas.
I got some good sense of everyone from Virginia, so.
You already have your bonus.
Yeah, I hauled 3 loads of corn about 2 weeks ago. No check yet. United States Postal Service. Got my settlement sheet, no
Yeah.
check. So they have like a grace period they have to wait, and today's the day for the grace period, so I'm gonna call her when I leave here. Just, I mean, that's not, it's, it's about $15,000.
That's all.
I mean, that's a
We
lot.
go get it. I know, I'm just kidding.
Oh, if I thought I could go get it, Miss Davis, we could ride. This
Right, ain't nothing but
We could
right.
adjourn this meeting and go home, couldn't
That's
we?
right.
Take a field trip.
But it's funny,
drive.
like, I've been hearing nightmare stories from everybody about the
Yeah.
mail.
Crazy.
Within
Yeah.
the last 6 months, it's been,
Yeah,
It's been horrible.
yeah.
that guy was in there before.
Mr. Capel?
No, I'm talking about the postal.
Oh.
Was there from the last administration, I believe. But they constantly complain.
Do you,
Let's
Do
do
you wanna
this
just
while we're.
knock this out
Yeah,
while we're on it?
right here.
All right. Think we could lower his
Keep-
factor?
Here's the house.
Oh. Is missing a window? Oh, looking.
Miss England's factor, who's also on Akron, is 98. Think we could lower his factor?
Absolutely.
All right.
yeah, well, and the shared well has to
I
be
know.
consideration.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's a big,
That's
That's a
a
big if.
$15,000. If they were to say, you're off, he's got to put a new well, that's 15 grand.
yeah. You said the other ones were 90?
Yeah, she was 95, and for whatever reason, they bumped it up to 98. but I don't see why we can't lower that for sure.
Yeah. That price per square foot jump is just crazy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's 1920s house, jeez. You think we could, you're thinking of like for the shared well, we could do a functional?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Are you, what are you thinking about the 40% physical depreciation
Bump it up.
to, just so I can calculate it real quick?
60?
60?
Maybe functional 10,
Yeah.
and then factor down to,
I'm figuring it at 90, just so we'll have an
90.
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
What's the factor?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, wait a minute, what'd you say for
physical,
functional?
functional 10%?
10, okay.
And then you want to hit the pier with more depreciation?
Yeah.
Okay. And the boat lift.
Well, you said the riprap costing 6,000, now they want 83.
All right. Assuming I did this all correctly, if we go 90 on the factor, 60 on the physical, and 10% economic, should put you at 375, 369? Which is actually lower than
Is that
What was
total?
before?
total,
That's total value.
So that brings it down to
and that's
paid-
lower than the 19 assessment was.
121.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Make the factor 95 or something? I don't know.
All right, let's play with that. 335,072. We'll try 95?
Yeah, let's try 95.
Okay. That's 318, 318. And physical, maybe 50%?
He said 60, physical depreciation, he said 60.
Yeah, let's try 50.
That's 159, 159. That's 143. All right, and then
You
plus,
said we paid 6,000 for the riprap.
if we did 95 and 50,
Uh-huh.
that'd give them a 423, 244.
And we're going to do the, and then the 10 on top of that?
I get, that's with it.
Okay.
And that's with also giving 50% depreciation on the pier.
Oh, okay.
That's too low.
So that's the total, right? Four. what'd you-
Total. Say it's 424. He paid 565 for it.
565 for it.
And that's been
In '05.
05, that's been a long
5.
time ago.
Yeah,
And arguably, that was the height of the market too then.
right. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
What about the pier platform thing he said? Do we need to take that off of there or just
Well,
leave it?
if you look at it, they gave that a rate of $20 a foot instead of 25, so it's actually coming out better for him that
Better than
way.
him having that as listed
Yeah.
as a pier. Okay, we'll leave it.
So you wanna do the factor at 95, physical from 40 to 50, and give it functional 10% because of the shared well,
Yes, sir.
and then give the pier platform boat lift 50% depreciation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Crystal, 3575A for Mr. Capel. We are changing the factor from 105 to 95. Physical depreciation from 40 to 50%. Right. Functional depreciation of 10%. And then on the other improvements, the pier platform, and boat lift, giving each of those 50% depreciation. All right, we'll go to Ms. Eglin.
Yeah.
All right, so we can, physical depreciation didn't change, 33-year-old house, 31-year-old house. Factor,
Want to make hers 90 or less than 90? So you made,
with the, it went from 85 to 150 a square. Let's try 85.
I think we've done every house down there now.
We have. And actually, Jody Hoffman's coming in.
Yeah.
She's right here, I believe.
Oh, my gosh.
So we've done, yeah. Let's go 193, 896 times 30%.
It's like 169, 500, roughly.
If we changed it to, what was it, 80?
I think 90
90?
is what I figured.
What did you come up with total?
Oh, crap. I just changed.
One.
I did an 85% factor and 30% depreciation, and it came out to 159,804 total.
We also need to add that half bath.
That's going to change things too.
Yep.
All right. Let me,
No, I did figure 85, I'm sorry.
228112 times
How are you?
All right, if we did 80% factor, 35 depreciation, it goes to 142,693. So that's about a little bit more than halfway from where the general was to where she used to be.
I'm fine with that.
You okay with that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, Crystal, 3566. Factor from 98 to 80%? Yep. And physical depreciation from 25 to 35.
And we gotta add a half bath.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Ms. Water? How are you? We're doing great. Let me pull your property up here on the screen real quick, and you can come up to the podium if you like. Let's see here. Okay. Irvington Road. All right, so we've got your tax card in front of us. Screen up there, so I'm gonna turn things over to you.
Okay.
And then when you finish up, then we may have some questions for you.
Okay. I just know I've remodeled this property inside and out. So when I purchased it, I know when I paid 20 for it, and that was just for the land because they said the house and the garage had no value. But since I've had it, I've redone the floors, I've redone the ceiling, I've redone the electrical, I've redone the plumbing pipes going into the house. I've taken the walls and I sheetrocked all of the walls, so the flimsy walls that used to be there is not there. I have a full 2 bedrooms. I have one room that's a beauty salon, that I use as a beauty salon that's set up. I have a washer and dryer room, and I have like a closet area. But it's a complete 360 from what it was. And then my garage, the garage was nothing but storage, and it was torn down. What I've done out there, I've completely gutted it. I've taken out all of the old walls. It was a 3-car garage. The part of the garage that was falling down, I've torn away, so now it's a patio area.
Okay.
But I have gotten the electrical wiring redone, and Dominion came out and done that, and I had them bury my electrical wire that was going over the ground. I've upped my electrical wiring from 200 to 400. They had to put new panel boxes on the, I got new panel boxes put, but you know, the shut-off valve that going outside of your house, I've had to updo all of that for the house and for the garage. So I know when they came out and they did my assessment, I think they only walked around the yard. Now, in the yard, I did redo the gravel. I have done landscaping to where I had to build the property up for water that used to sit there. I've seeded it. So they basically took me from 20 to 10 and 20 to 30. And I know I have put in way more than that. But I know she had no way of seeing that. So I don't think she was unfair in her assessment. I just felt like I needed to say something.
Wow, that's a first.
Do we have a trophy or a donut or a cup of coffee? You have been the first, and we've been on this thing 3 general reassessments.
Yeah.
Never had anybody come in and go, wait a minute, y'all are wrong. I've done more than that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Well, kudos to you for all your hard work on this
I know.
place.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So you're doing your business there and everything's going well?
Everything's going well. Yes.
Terrific.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And there's more I plan to do, but this is where I am as of right now.
Man.
That's great. So you took this dilapidated building and turned it into something
I took
awesome.
something from nothing and turned it into something.
Good for you.
For you. Wow.
That is awesome.
But I
So,
know going forward, I feel like the value should represent more than that.
Sure,
Right,
sure.
Sure.
But you're okay with paying taxes on 27.5?
I'm okay with paying taxes on it. I mean, I may have to sell one day. Someone, you just never know. They were putting a new school in right up the street from my house. So you just never know what the future may hold.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't want to be sitting at 30,000 knowing I've put way more than that into
Well,
it.
the good news for you is the tax assessed value, really, if you were to ask appraisers and realtors, it's not always 100% of the market value. But this number is what you're paying your taxes on.
Yeah.
So if you went to sell it just because the county says it's worth 27.5, could be a whole lot more.
Yeah,
So that's a good thing for you.
right.
Wow, that's,
Like when
That's
when I bought it, I didn't even know a house was there because
Really?
it was completely engulfed in trees. So when I called to purchase it, I thought I was just purchasing land. I didn't know the house was there. But my dad looked at it and he was like, "We can work with that." And we did, and I just did it
That's
one thing
awesome.
at a time. It's been 4 years, and it didn't happen overnight, but I did one thing at
Yeah.
a time, and I'm still doing things. Like the
Sure.
garage, I just got I got recessed lights put in it, and like I said, I got all of the wiring. My panel box for my garage runs my house as well, so I
Uh-huh.
had to up everything.
yeah, sure.
And, but I put that into it, so, and I have
great.
more that I plan to do.
Yeah.
But I just,
How about the well and septic? Was that all in functioning shape when you bought it?
it's functioning, but,
Good.
well, my well, I redone all of the wiring, all of the plumbing. So I had someone come in and they dug up and tore out all of the old
Plumbing? Yeah.
And so from the well, all that was in the well and what's running to my house is all brand new.
That's good.
Now, my septic, I have not gotten my septic done, and I called over to Lancaster, and they said that apparently it was done so far ago that it's not even registered.
Wow.
So,
That's not totally uncommon for
That's what
older
she said.
properties. Yeah.
so I don't know what I need to do, if anything,
So
about that.
every 5 years, you're supposed to have your septic tank pumped. And they'll have a list of septic contractors over at the health department you can call.
Right.
I think it's,
And I got it pumped when I first moved in, so it's been 4 years since I had it
okay,
pumped.
well then you can go back to that same company, just have them pumping again.
Yeah.
But that's really all you gotta do.
Yeah, so it's just not recorded, but I have had work done to
Yeah.
it to make sure that everything is working.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's great. That's great.
That's wonderful.
So I don't know from here what
You're a breath of fresh air. I mean, everyone else is going, this is too high, this is too high, I want it lower, but you saying you've done all these great improvements to a property. that- That's wonderful.
I feel like it would be doing me a disservice to leave it at low, right?
Right.
Am I thinking about this correctly?
You're right.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know I'm gonna have to pay more every year, but what if I have to sell? Or what if someone offers to buy?
Well,
Right.
again, don't pay any attention to if you had to sell this
That
number.
doesn't go by that.
Don't even
No.
think twice about that.
Okay, see,
Actually-
I was thinking that.
No,
No.
no, and that's a common thought that most people have. The last general reassessment, the three of us were here, and after the first 8 or 10 people got to speak and wanted us, maybe it was 2 years ago, or 2 times ago, wanted us to raise their values.
'Cause they were gonna
They
say-
said, our tax number's too low, too low. And then we started hearing a theme, and I said, wait a minute, how many people are wanting to sell their house? And most of the people who want us to raise their numbers wanted to sell their house.
Yeah.
But they thought just because the county said it's worth this,
Yeah.
this is what we can sell our house for.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
So we had to say, no.
Okay.
There's different values.
All right.
And this is just one value of your taxes, but congratulations, thank you for all your hard work.
Right.
That's awesome.
It's incredible. I mean,
Yay.
kudos to you. That's
That's great.
awesome. But no, don't think that this
Okay.
has any bearing on
Okay,
if you had to sell your house, if you wanted to sell your house. this piece of paper has no bearing
Okay.
on what you could get for your house.
Okay,
Right.
Yeah.
that is where I was thinking.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood.
Okay.
Y'all have any questions, anything?
No, sir. No.
Well, again,
Can
keep,
I go to school with you?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought so.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yes, ma'am.
so Lancaster producing some great,
Every now and
great
again.
success stories here. I mean, look at that. Good
About
gracious.
that.
My mother was a nurse at the RGH, right?
Huh?
Your mom.
She was, but
Yeah.
we're both at Westminster now.
Oh, okay.
That's great.
Nice lady.
Yep.
That's great. Well, thank you
Okay.
for all you've
All right.
done
Thank
and
you.
keep up the good work.
Thank you. All right. Have a great one.
You too now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I wouldn't touch it with.
I
10
wouldn't
foot
touch
pole.
it. I'd
Uh-uh.
reward her honesty and,
I,
congratulations, you done it.
Yay,
kudos to her
good
for
for
it. That's
Because they'll,
incredible.
they're
That's
gonna ping,
favor.
yeah,
Well, that's a success story.
Yeah.
and they're gonna
I mean-
ping her the next time anyway, so.
Yeah, as
long as she
understands that this is not,
Yeah,
she
that's
can sell it
huge.
for what she wants.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
No change?
no
No,
change.
sir.
I know that she,
All right.
she used to rent,
Uh,
she used to rent before.
Ms. Waters, 2841D, Crystal, no change.
I haven't seen her since we graduated high school.
What year was that?
98,
That's
Wow.
awesome,
a
man.
while ago.
And I got
We need more people like her.
I know,
You know, I mean,
that's awesome.
working at RWC and doing a beautician at home
Yeah.
and totally changed his property.
I just remember-
That's awesome.
At the hospital.
If I saw her, I might, because I've probably seen her before, but I'm terrible with names.
So,
Me too.
All right, we did Stroud earlier, yep.
She said they were at Westminster.
Oh, Stroud, we were gonna ask definitely one
Yeah, okay.
question. And we'll go ahead and go to Christine Bowen next.
Okay.
Mom drives a Harley.
Oh, yeah? A Harley?
A Harley.
Wow.
I know. The husband, but I think he sick.
I'm sorry, where'd you
Yeah,
say?
We're
we-
gonna go
we-
to Bowen, the last one on there.
Oh.
Christine?
Yes. 17 Byway Circle.
Oh.
So that, it's, you all don't see that. It's been two sessions since you've seen somebody ask for an increase?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Last time was
Yeah.
definite, one, decrease, but the first time, it was two joints, that was 2012.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to raise their values.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they wanted to
And
sell.
then, after a while, it was like,
Yeah.
are you trying to sell your house?
Yeah.
You realize this paper has nothing to do with it, and half of them were like, we're withdrawing our application, we're good.
Yeah.
Hey, Beth.
Question about land use, Beth. We have a tax card that had, it's got the land use, if I can find it.
That's what I'm looking for, too.
That's shown on the newest tax card, isn't the most current.
Well-
because I haven't worked it
But we have a land use value down here for 2024 that shows 201,800.
yet. I haven't worked it, so that's not right. All that means is that it carried over from 2023.
Okay, so that's why it doesn't correspond to the 222,400 for the land value from the assessment.
No.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
It's just something we should just not worry about.
Yes, completely, because all, it's gonna change.
Okay.
And the land use rate for agricultural is 1960 last year, it was 1740.
Okay.
So
Wow.
it's gonna increase slightly, but not as much as it did last time.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
And no.
So then we're all straight on Stroud then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for,
She's,
Crystal, you got that one to those? Okay, perfect. All right. Christine Bowen, Byway Circle, this is over at Springwood, that little subdivision. behind, Flugraph, not Flugraph, the, dental office. Off 200.
Yep.
This is Harris Road right here, I believe. Let's see. This is Route 200 right here. There's that little subdivision Jonesville we did. And
Is it, okay, that's behind Carousel and.
yes, exactly
Yes.
right. That's where you turn right there.
Okay, all
Yep.
right, got you.
I wish she had said the address for the other home she's talking about.
Right.
They're all 25.
That's why I was just looking at the land
Yeah.
values, except for this one beside her is 17.5.
Hmm.
This one needs to go up.
That
Yeah.
one's 17, yeah.
That needs to go up to 25.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so land, we're equitable on that, so let's look at the house.
It went up almost $110 a square foot.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And those are all modulars. Let's look at some numbers. $260,081 times.
Whichever one she's talking about has more acreage. I just don't know how we would figure out which one it was.
I know. Remember any of these have sold in there, Jan, recently?
No, not recently. I think the last one I did in there probably would have been back in 2018, 2019. It's been a while.
There's a couple in here, 21.
Huh.
240, 225, 230. What's this one square
279.
footage? It's 1,000 square foot, sold for 225. 1,000 square foot, This one's 1,300. 1,100 for 240. All right, let me try this. 247.
If you do 95 on the factor, and I raise the depreciation to 15%,
I did the same
it
thing.
comes out total of 224,762.
Yep, I did the same thing.
Sound fair?
Yeah.
Sounds fair to
Sounds
me.
fair to me, definitely.
So factor 95 physical from 8 to 15.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's see, Crystal, 23F, 125 for Christine Bowen. Factor from 106 to 95. And physical depreciation from 8 to 15.
Because you said, what was it, sale on the other one, 240?
225, 230, 240. That's
Okay.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Michael Clay, 2244B. All right, so Michael and Joni just closed on this house April 9th. They paid $876 for it. And the total assessment's $1,013,000. Let's see. Factor went up 6, physical went up 6.
Do you know this house?
I do. Katie had them. Jimmy Carter was renting here.
Oh,
Pretty views that just need a whole lot of
updating.
cleanup and updating, yeah.
So, because that sale price was so recent, do we need to be really close to that?
Well, I mean, we're not supposed to consider it after January,
First.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
but still, it's kind of good to know.
Yeah.
'Cause just going, like, well, just going back to 100 on the factor,
Yep.
it brings you down to 924.
Yeah. Leave depreciation at 21 or,
I didn't change it, but I mean, it is at 1959.
so 924. You said if you bring the factor to 100?
I did 100 just for,
Okay.
To see what it was.
703,051.
but perhaps we should increase the depreciation bit as well.
Let's see, 703.
Although he did go up, right, 15 to 21.
703,051 times. Let's do factor 105. 51 times 5. All right, if we did factor at 105 and depreciation at 25, that takes it to 922, which is higher than what they've paid for, but probably more in line with.
Does that sound like a fair market value
Yeah,
to you?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Ms. Davis, you go with that?
Yeah.
All right, on 2244B for Clay, factor from 116 to 105, and physical depreciation from 21 to 25%. Uh-huh. All right, Carolyn Way.
Oh, good.
Did you tell the assessor who you were? Good Lord.
Anyway, this, she's got T11 siding on there. It's all right. Dad passed away 10 years ago, and we haven't done much with the house since, and she's not able to.
Okay.
There's a big hole, the coal shed that they've got a value of $6,700 on is just a dirt floor with a hole in the side of it where people were doing tree work and damaged that. So I don't feel like it's worth that. But
Okay.
that's just my opinion.
Okay.
So anyway, we need to get a contractor down there and replace a lot of that siding, and she doesn't have money.
This is all in the house?
Yeah. Some of it, a couple of those pictures are of the hole where the,
Tree.
in the shed, where the tree went.
She finally got a roof fixed.
Well, I got roof, it's after a year, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Good gracious.
this is on the house.
Oh, what is she at?
Work.
Tear it down. Take it down.
So the pole shed, that's one had the hole in it? And just dirt floor? No electrical, no,
He does have a light. She parks her car, he does park her car. It's in need of repair.
All right, if we did factor of 95, depreciation of 45, and gave the pole shed 75% depreciation, you're right around 170. Y'all want to change? See if we do 50%.
David, I'm sorry, can you say that again? You did it,
If we did a factor of 95,
okay,
and depreciation 45,
all right.
and then gave the pole shed 75% depreciation, it puts us around 170.
Did you say 75?
Yeah,
Okay.
169, 170.
Cool.
$67.20 times 75%. Yeah, take off two, so it'd be right about 170. Let me run one more. Times. Times 50%. 96. 246. 97 minus 8496. That's it. I got it. All right, factor of 95, depreciation of 45, 75% depreciation on the pole shed brings us to 167,550,
Okay,
Yeah.
yep,
which is about 5 more than the 2019 assessment.
yeah.
Fine. Sounds good.
Everybody
Yeah.
good there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Crystal, 22C34. Changing the factor from 108 to 95. Physical depreciation from 39 to 45. And the pole shed increasing the depreciation from 30 to 75%. There was a lot of math involved in that one. Well, that's fine, we're gonna keep on going then. Actually, if we get through some of Romano here, then we just got 2 more after lunch. Romano, 1336A. Where are we on these? Deep Creek, Hutchins. These. So these four parcels here, 1, 2, 3, I guess there's 4 right here. 36A, I,
35 and
35.
35B
B,
and 35.
right here, yeah,
Yeah.
these 4.
Okay.
All right, wife and I purchased the property Creek. 4 numbers, our purchase price was $295. So this is just raw land.
There's no improvements at all on there? Let's see. Nothing there, nothing there. Oh, there is a,
35B has something on it.
yeah,
B does, yeah.
tiny house.
Damn, $201 a square foot. That's a lot.
1335.
You want to do B first?
Yeah. All right, so B is this one right here.
All right.
All right, so land didn't change. He added a pier in 22. So that bumped it up 20,000. And now this has jumped significantly. Let me see if this was, when did he purchase this?
2018.
770 Deep Creek. No. There we go.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
So this is the home we're looking at, on
Is it?
35B. There's the pier. So it's in rough shape. Trees falling down around it. Have you been in this one, Jan?
Never been in it. Used it 100 times for comps, but never went in it.
Guess that's the waterfront, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah, there's the waterfront right there.
Huh.
25% depreciation here. All right, so this, they purchased this for $295.18, mind you, but that included all this acreage, which was 13.86. So this house is 23 years old, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. If it's up to the factor. If we did any change here, if we took the factor from, where it was to, say, a factor of 100,
Uh-huh.
and then depreciation bumped it a little bit from 15 to 20, left everything else the same, that would give it a 420 overall valuation.
Okay.
I don't know what more. Well, I mean, we can probably depreciate the pier, because that looked to be in rough shape.
Yeah, but he just said he'd put a new one in.
Oh, did he?
When did he do this? Oh, top boards and extension on existing docks, so no.
Okay, we'll leave
Okay.
that. Are y'all okay with that then? For the B parcel?
Yes.
All right, Crystal, for 1335B, We're gonna change the factor from 111 to 100. And depreciation from 15 to 20%. All right, that's just B. So, next one is 35, lot 35.
Yeah, that one didn't change. But the other two did, which is,
So we leave 35 the way it is then?
I guess,
There's no
yeah.
change?
No, no change on that one.
Y'all good with that?
Yes, sir.
Numbers didn't change before, okay.
Trying to figure out why the other ones did.
35, 13-35, no change. And next door is 1335I. Why'd that jump?
I know, it's weird.
Why did that?
It went from 40 to 80, double.
And you're further
No,
up.
I'm looking at A, I'm sorry.
It was
Oh.
60 to 80, and it still went up a lot.
13I. Doesn't
Went
make
from
sense.
69.8 to 89.8, right.
You're further up the cove.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 80. So the home site went from 60 to 80.
Well, the one we just did 35, beside it, stayed at 90.
Yeah.
So this one should be,
Less.
yeah, 70 maybe? Or keep it the same as 60 before?
I think go back.
Go back to where it was before?
Just
Yeah.
keep it, yeah.
All right. So that was 69.8, right?
Yep.
Ms. Davis, you good with that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Crystal, on 1335I, we're taking the land value from where it is now, 89.8, back to 69,800. Yep, from 89,800 to 69,800. And then 1336A.
Wow,
Went from 12 to 40.
that's crazy.
Seems a bit.
I mean, the type changed.
I think to be consistent with those, we go back to the last one. Don't you guys think so?
Yeah.
Just take it back to 22.6?
I don't see why we wouldn't.
What do you think, RJ?
Yeah, I mean, nothing, I don't understand why.
All right, Crystal, on 1336A, we're going to take the land value from 50,600 back down to 22,600.
Okay.
Perfect timing. So we've got two.
Yay.
Does any chance Janet want to come in? Any chance Janet Delphine want to come in earlier?
Yeah, I'm gonna call her one.
Jody could probably come in earlier too. What do you want to do, lunch till 1:30? Do an hour?
I'll do both calls.
And then if they can come in,
Whatever, you the boss.
if they can come in at 1:30, 1:45, we'll be out of here too.
Really?
Yeah.
And we can go to the beach.
Go wherever we want to.